happens to your vote after whatever the voting company locally does to it, what happens to it? Well, it turns out in the case of Texas and 28 other states, it all goes to a server in Frankfurt, Germany, which is owned by Barcelona, Spain multinational, and that's who actually controls and reports your vote.
I got to jump in. So here in Texas, if you vote early, and so your vote is being stored, you think, safely somewhere, the data about all the votes in Texas and 27 other states, the early voting data is actually being held in a server in Germany.
That is correct. And not only that, but in their process, and by a company called Seidel, and in their process, we can even see malware sitting there collecting all the credentials of all the county workers everywhere who are submitting information up, which means you can now go back into the county and change votes there too. So you don't just change it in Frankfurt, you can go back and even change it here. And the software is just that bad, and it is that insecure that...
And I'm going to just read you some of these statements, if you don't mind, so I get them exactly right from the affidavit. Designed in a way that the system could change the vote of each voter without being detected. He wanted the software itself to function in such a manner that if the voter were to place their thumbprint or fingerprint on a scanner, then the thumbprint would be tied to a record of the voter's name and identity as having voted, but that voter would not be tracked to the changed vote. He made it clear that the system would have to be set up but not leave any evidence of the changed vote for a specific voter, and that there would be no evidence to show and nothing to contradict that the name or the fingerprint or thumbprint was going with a changed vote.
Welcome to Straight Talk. I am Sharon. Modern warfare is no longer about bullets and missiles. It is about influence and changing people's way of thinking. If you understand how extensive the work of Chinese Communist Party is, you will not be surprised to hear that there is a developing story about Chinese money being behind Skytel, the parent company of Dominion Voting Systems. Dominion provides voting equipment and services to 30 states in America. Not only China money is involved. Back in January, Dominion CEO and founder John Poulos admitted during a House hearing.
A study released by Interos, a supply chain monitoring company, showed that 1/5 or 20% of the components in a popular voting machine came from China-based companies. Furthermore, close to 2/3, or actually 59%, of suppliers within that machine's supply chain had locations in either China or Russia.
ESNS equipment, the company Diebold
that they relied components from China, including LCDs, glass, and chips. According to testimony given by Matthew Blaze, a computer science and law professor at Georgetown University who spent 25 years studying U.S. election systems security, there are serious vulnerabilities in the voting equipment and the voting software that can potentially compromise the elections and the potential election outcome. Trump and his supporters finally realized that China was far more of a threat than Russia. If they don't take care of the China problem properly, there will be no sovereignty to speak of, let alone peace and prosperity. This is it for today. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.